Hi, how's everybody going? And in this video, I'm gonna talk about the grading plan main, which is this one. All right. Basically, it just was a image, okay, with our existing grading contours. No, proposed grading contours, which is here, and the existing grading contours, okay, and how to combine them together and make them, you know, seamlessly and highlight them together, things like that. Okay, so to do this, I think we definitely need to have all the exports, right? Like I showed you in the previous tutorial, you should be able to have existing contour, which is this file, and also the final contour. Okay, you need to have two files. All right, this file and this file. You definitely need to have these two. All right, because these two files are really important, and you need labels on this. Okay, this one there's issues because there's no seems like there's no contour elevation or something like that, you know, but it works really well for now. And just make sure the color, you know, is not the default color, red and green thing. You want to use your own color, you know, have your own style, things like that. Right. Once we have these two files, what we do, we just go to Illustrator and we just open one of the file. For example, just open them. Okay. For example, it's this file. It should be in the class file, final exports. This is the final couple, which is this one, and open another one is existing contour. Okay, so this is PDF, right? So you should have this one and this one, both of them. All right. And once we have this, I think what we do is pretty obvious, which is just make the lines the way we want them to be. Okay. First is for existing contour. See here, there's a lot of there's labels here, right? But also there's contour lines. So basically, what we do is we want to change the contour line to the dash line. Okay, that's the first thing to do. So what I do is, if you click the service, click it, you see here it's actually a clipping mask. So you want to release clipping mask here, click it. That's actually really important. And then when you hover over, see here, this is the edge. Then you definitely want to delete this rectangle so you can select single contour lines, right? Once we have this, what we do is we want to select all these contour lines. The tool we need to use is this Magic Wand tool. Basically, this is just when I click it, you will select, you know, the stuff in the file. Okay, but we need some setup. We need to double click it, and see here it's fill color right now. We don't want fill color, we want to select stroke color, and then select them again. See here, they only select the minor contour, I think, and then we click shift, which is add selection, right? And we select this major contour line. You click it, you see here all the contour line should be selected. Okay. Once we have this, what we do is just create a new layer. See here, there's a square, right? So this square means all the contour lines that's be selected down here. Okay. So what you do is just drag it up. So you should have so all the contour lines should be in the layer. Okay. And you got the labels down here. All right. And then a condition. Okay. And in this case, I think the label is pretty good. I don't want to do any change. Sometimes you can change color, things like that. All right. Then let's just select all the contour lines, and we'll go to dash line. See here, this is in the stroke window. This dash line, right? You select dash line, and you can actually see here. You can actually change, give like the length of the dash, right? I think 2 is pretty good. So right now I'm at 2. So I think this is a really good one in terms of existing contours. Okay, so after this, we go to this final contour. The same thing. You want to use the white magic tool, and you select all the contour lines, and shift to select all of them, and you want to create a new layer and move them up. So it's a totally different layer, and then we have that, right? So once we have this, it's very simple. Once like this, we're pretty much ready to combine them. So we go to Photoshop. What you do is you want to create a file, okay? And just remember, this file have to have really high resolution, okay? When you set them up, make sure it has at least 300 resolution, okay? That's actually really, really important. You have to have higher resolution so we can see those lines, okay? And the size, at least tabloid, I would say, at least, okay? Then we click OK. So this should be the file, okay? And then what we do is you want to select all the existing. Actually, this is the final contour. Select them in Illustrator and just drag it to the Photoshop. And then you will find out it's actually already in the Photoshop right now. And you see here, when you zoom in, you should be able to see the lines in a really high resolution. And then what we want to do is you want to make them contour the whole page. Actually, we can do that later. Just double click so it's showing up in here. And then you want to choose the, see here, this is it. I think this was the labels, okay? So you want to choose the label, this layer, and once they are selected, you want to drag it also into Photoshop, and you want to line them up. The trick is, see this boundary, right? You just move them. You just move them to the right place. See here, once you move to the right place, the label should make sense. Okay, so we just move this layer down here, but it's different layer in Photoshop right now. Okay, we want them to be in different layer. And then this existing contour, right? The same thing, because we already have label, this layer, right? We just don't need them. We just need the existing contour layer. You select them, but make sure, see here, this is a boundary, right? You want to click the boundary and then move it down here, because we want them to line up together. Okay, so we have the boundary in this layer also. Then you click here, you select all of the objects and you drag into Photoshop. Okay, and then we want to line them up. Okay, so syntax line up. Okay, so this was this. So once we finish them, you will find out all of them are vector smile objects. They need to rasterize. So just right click. Actually, before we do that, so what you do is just right click. Actually, before we do that, we want to select all of the layers. See here, we can move them, and Control T, which is make them bigger. Okay, just control all this page. Okay, so this was this, and then we right click and rasterize this layer, right click rasterize this one, and right click rasterize this one. Okay, pretty cool. So you see here, this one is existing. Let me give them a name, and this one is label, and this one is final. actually propose. Okay, so what doesn't make sense is when you look at the proposed contour line, like this contour lines, this area are actually existing contour lines, okay, but the color is proposed. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we just need the proposed area, which is this area, have the color, so it's highlighted. So we don't want everywhere is the green with green color with color. Definitely existing contour line is gray and it's dashed, right? So what we do is actually really simple. We just see this is proposed, right? You see here, this is mask. We just add a layer mask down here, and then see here, we can just this is eraser, right? Just click the eraser tool, then make sure you click this mask, right? And then you just erase these contour lines that overlay with each other. Okay, you can change the size of the brush, and do the adjustments. Just make sure they are erased. Just lift. See here, all these areas are actually the same. See here, there's no change. But see here, from here, you can see actually from here, then this, and all this actually proposed. Okay, so we don't need to do this area. Okay, and make sure you use the brush with hardness 100. Okay, and just erase them, just keep doing that. Okay, using your mouse. See here, erase, you want erase, okay, and this is a big area, you just erase all of them. But this, see here, this contour line, so you should be able to tell immediately, okay, where is the existing. Okay, and then I make it smaller. Okay, to change these the brush, there is a really good shortcut, at least in Windows, is the bracket. Okay, the left bracket is smaller and the right bracket is big. Okay, and then just erase all of them. See here, like this area or dashed, which means they're kind of the same. Okay, so not this one. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to make sense. Okay, alright, somewhere here is pretty good. The other trick of using this brush is the shortcut of shift. For example, from here to here, right? You click here and shift click here, then they will delete all the area in between. See here, click here, click shift in here, they will delete all the area in between. Just generally, okay, it doesn't have to be perfect, but in the end you should be able to show the change, right? Here, I think it's pretty good right now. So basically this area will be changed. Okay, there's something here need to be deleted. Okay, that's pretty cool. The reason we use mask is you can always, if you delete them. For example, use mask. You have to use mask is because you know you can always go back to the original. Okay, you just disable the mask and you can enable mask here. All right, pretty cool. And once we have that, we want to move the label to the top and move the proposed in front of existing. Okay, so once we have that, I think it's pretty good. And tell you another trick is you can actually change color really easily from Photoshop. What you do, just with the shortcut Ctrl U, or you go to image adjustment. See here, there is one called hue and saturation. Okay, see here, the hue you actually change color to the level you want. Okay, for example, I think this color is pretty well, and the saturation you can make saturated or not that saturated, right? Like this, you can change that also. Seems like I like how it looks in this way. You can make it a little bit turning blue or something like that. Pretty good, and click OK. And sometimes if there's not that much contrast, you want to go to image, go to adjustments, go to curves. What you do, just move this up and move this down, so there's more contrast. But if you move all of them up, see here, they will have like some difference. Okay, more contrast down here, some things like that. Okay, and sometimes the label are too heavy. What you do, just the label, right? You just change this transparency, make them go down, let them merge into the drawing. Then we should do it. We should be able to do it, right? So basically that's what we do today. Make sure once you finish this, make sure you trim it. Okay, make sure you don't want to show everything, right? You just want to show, you want to have a focus of your site. Okay, so this can be a good plan. Okay, then we can write something, have some legends, things like that in here. Okay, pretty good. So once we do that, we just save as. We can save as. Let's see. Let me save as just image, right? Say grading plan. May click. I think JPEG works really well, or PDF. I usually just JPEG because it seems like quicker. And save. You want a large file, high resolution. Click OK, and then go back to our gradient plan. For example, I think I saved it in here. If I may see here, yeah, that's what it was. So then I just I actually delete this one. I'm gonna use the new one. So just drag this in here. Okay, and then you can just make it bigger. Just put it down here. Okay, based on size of your image, you want to change the layout of your, a little bit. Okay, but the image, it should looks like this. Okay, let's see whether now we can make a smaller fit here. Alright, pretty good. Then once we have this, what you do is actually you need a legend. Okay, so basically what we do is just let's create a new layer. You just draw a line. See here, make it dashed, right, and just type. This is like, for example, you say this is a major existing, right? We can also tell people the interval Alright, for example, maybe 3 feet, right? Then this is minor, right? Existing, things like that. Okay, this should be great, right? Really great, right? So the same with the, and this will not be dashed line again. Then it should be like things like that, right? And it can be thicker, and this can be something like that. Okay, it doesn't have to be dashed. You can make it thicker. So this major proposed, right? This minor proposed. So, and then you want to draw a box. Make sure, see here, make sure you move this box. Okay, right click and then arrange, bring this back to the back, and you give this box a color of white. Okay, so then you should have a legend made down here. Alright, so yeah, basically that's what it was. And if you have time or something like that, you can just write a couple things in here, just talk about it, or we can show it in the diagram here. Okay, so this is this section for grading Plan May. I hope you can do it by yourself. If you have any question, let me know. Okay, thanks.